Tshegohaco Moagi is at Mansfield Primary School in Eldorado Park this morning. At Tshegohaco, I believe things heating up at the school a little bit. What's happening at the moment?
Absolutely, Yuvi. So as we got into the school, the community decided to actually walk into the school and ensure that the learners are actually taken out of class. This is the situation at the moment. Learners are waiting to receive or for their parents to actually arrive, those that use transport. But the teachers have said that those that walk to school can actually walk to school, can then walk back home. So this is not a situation. Learners have definitely been taken out of class here, and we are expecting to have a conversation a little later, Yuveka, with the Department of Basic Education. But we did speak earlier to one of the SGB members in this particular Eldorado Park area, and this is what he had to say.
The issue that the parents has got with teaching at home, the department has said if you don't send your child to school, they're going to deregister your child. Parents, we must understand one thing. Lives are more important. Every year we do our registration periods. So going forward, the department must try and make a plan to either keep the learners in that grade and let them repeat the grade next year. We know there's some parents that's going to be against it, but parents, if you are against it, you are basically saying, I am here to crucify myself. I'm here to send my child to be slaughtered.
Tshegohaco, I'm a little confused because I'm pretty sure I heard a radio interview with Panyaza Lesufi a couple of days ago where he said there will be no such thing as deregistration of pupils. That's not going to happen in the province. So what is happening at these schools then? Have they taken it upon themselves?
Well, Yuvi, you are absolutely correct. It was not just the MEC of Education in the province, Panyaza Lesufi, who mentioned that, but the Minister of Basic Education herself actually saying that there won't be any deregistration of children for this year, because of the situation that we find ourselves in, a very difficult situation for not just the department, but as South Africa as well. But at the moment, these particular parents and the SGB members here, Yuvi, are saying that learners should not return back to school until next year when the curve is actually flattened. Hopefully, they are very concerned about the high number of infections that are currently taking place. So as you heard there from one of the SGB members, the concern is that these learners will get COVID-19 from school. And we have understood from the conversations that we've had with the Department of Education and also from the briefings that they've had as a basic education department that the learners and the teachers are not necessarily getting COVID-19 from school, but when they get screened and checked here, then that is where the temperatures then picked up to be rather high. So there is a lot of confusion, if I can say, Yuvi, that they are very concerned as parents. We understand the concern definitely, but of course in the basic education taking that stance that schools will remain open.
All right, and what is the situation, Tshegohaco, if you know at this stage, in the area itself when it comes to schooling? Are we seeing lots of parents keeping their kids at home anyway, lots of them not returning to school this week?
Well, as far as we understand, parents did send their children to school. I mean, the few schools that we have been to, a lot of parents have dropped their children off in this morning and hoping that they'll be able to get an education. So it does seem that parents are sending their children to school. But following that meeting last night within this particular Eldorado Park area, they've decided that there will be no more schooling until January 2021. So a full year, according to them, will be lost.
All right, we'll have to wait and see what the Education Department has to say there. Thanks very much, Tshegohaco Moagi in Eldorado Park.